Is that you in the photo?
Yeah, I'm friends with them, but I'm not like employed or anything by Goliath. I just invest with them. But how's everything going? And
No, no,
from
hold
kind of
on a
what I've
minute.
gathered from everybody, I haven't really seen anything too crazy that I should worry about, right?
Yeah, but those photos are they not recent?
What was that?
Are they not recent photos?
They were posted, yeah. But yeah, have you, got any like evidence on anything that I should be worried about to where I need to pull my money like ASAP, or are you still kind of
Oh,
gathering
sorry.
everything?
Are these photos not recent of you that I sent you? Are they not recent?
Yeah, they were, a little bit ago.
What? A couple of days ago?
But yeah, were you able to find anything else out? That was kind of my main thing. Because last time I spoke to you, you were kind of in the initial research of all this stuff. So just wanted to see if there was anything, like I said, that should make me worry to where I need to pull my money out ASAP.
I don't know what planet you're on, mate. This is a full-blown government investigation. Have you not
Gotcha.
been watching my content? Are these photos of
Um,
you in Munich? Are they taken a few
so
days ago?
I've watched some of your stuff, but it usually comes out like super early in the morning, so I never have time to really watch it all. I kind of more read your blog and everything. But are you able to share any info, like the investigators
Can
or
you answer a
anybody
question
I
for
could
me, mate?
speak to?
These photos of
So
you with Delgado.
like I said, before, I didn't want to get involved in your investigation. To be honest, you kind of threw me under the bus when you publicly announced to me on your investigation when I was just an investor. So I don't want to, answer more questions and things like that, because that kind of was, at least in my eyes,
No, no, but
disrespectful
what
and
we've got here, mate, is photos of you with Christopher, right? Are these just been happening? Have you been with Christopher in Munich?
but no, it's his other people are my friends. So, but like I said, I was just calling to kind of see if you had any more information for me. I
Tyler,
understand, like you
Tyler,
said,
wake
there's a
up. I'm asking you a question and you're not answering it. These photos
yeah.
of you with
I
Christopher,
don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get involved in anything
but you're
more,
in the photos, mate. You're involved.
but like I said, is I just, if there was anybody I could speak to on this side that says like, hey, yeah, this is what's going on to where I should worry. That's kind of more,
Mate,
like I
you
said, I
could go
don't
to
want to.
jail, mate, if you don't talk to me. I'm trying to help you.
I'm not involved with Goliath, so
But you've
there's
got
no, I'm not
photos.
worried about
You're
that.
out celebrating with him in these photos.
I mean, I'm allowed to have friends, right?
Are you allowed to hang out with people who you know are defrauding millions of dollars from people? And
Well, that's the
you
thing
want
is
me to
like
tell you to take your? Are you? I cannot understand your logic. You
well, no,
are in
that's
so
why, like
much
I said,
trouble,
is
mate.
I just wanted to know if you had any like concrete evidence on anything,
Oh my God, they are telling people that they can get 60% return if they invest a minimum of $100,000. So you give them $100,000, and in a year they're going to turn that into $60,000, and they've got no proof of them doing any trading like they claim. That is fraud. You provide me proof that they're actually getting the returns on people's investments.
I mean, that's more between Goliath and stuff, but um,
You're
yeah,
out
I mean, basic.
partying with people who are stealing millions of dollars from people. We've got photos of you involved. You are part of this investigation. Today, in what hour? In an hour, 2.5 hours, we are talking to the big people. This is,
Okay. Well,
Alex.
that's why I said is like, if you want to have them call me, I'd love to kind of
Oh
speak to
my God.
them.
Let me get this right. You have the logic that the Homeland Security are going to stop the investigation and they're going to ring up Tyler and tell you what's going on.
Is that not a thing?
No, mate. I've been doing this for 5 years.
I get it.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, I'm actually surprised that you think that you can go. I saw these photos and I thought, oh my God, a team of people have sent me these photos telling me, isn't that your guy, Tyler? What are you doing?
Like I said, I mean, I just have friends there, so it's not, I'm not doing any harm or anything, but
Just imagine you're
that's
with
why,
God and you're hanging out with Satan. All right, and I'm just hanging out having a few beers with Satan. Do you think God's going to go, oh, that's okay. It's okay to drink with these people. You should be helping, giving me everything you can, helping these people, instead of sitting on the fence. I just can't get it, mate. If you want to help us, help us. But if you want to be part of this, you're part of it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't want to be part of it because
Oh my God, mate, wake up. You are part of it.
Because I have friends that are with Goliath.
You've got photos. You're in these photos.
Okay, well, you know, like I said, I just wanted to be on the sidelines of this. I don't want to really be involved. But
well, it's too late, mate, unfortunately. It's too late. You're heavily involved. I mean, have you been in Alex's new Lamborghini as well?
His what?
Have you been?
I don't live.
You just went for a drive in his car, but you're not part of it.
No, I don't live anywhere near them, is what I said.
All right.
But no worries, I was just calling to kind of see what was going on. Is there any more that you could tell me that you guys can help me with, or not really?
I don't know what drugs you're on, mate, but don't give anyone any more of those drugs. I'm sorry, but I've never, ever been so heavily involved in an investigation than this. And you should be helping me, bending over backwards with information, rather than trying to cover your own ask. And you're still sitting here thinking, do I take my money out? We've got people who are begging to get their money out of their system. And you're sitting here thinking this is a good investment still. Go to a financial advisor and ask them whether you should keep your money in with Christopher and get some professional help. You said to me that last time we talked that you have put everything into this. Why would you give somebody who's flying around the world in a jet plane?
Yeah, to be honest, I grew up without a dad, so I feel like I'm getting the dad talk from you right now.
Yeah. I don't think it's funny. I was at 7:30 in the morning here in New Zealand, and I saw your phone call, and I thought, I'm going to take it. I'm half asleep myself. And, and I'm thinking, what the heck is this guy, Tyler, doing? People, I've received 100 messages overnight from my Avengers of things that have been happening, and you're the talk of the town at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really understand why I am because, like I said, I'm an investor. So, I mean, hey, if I'm going to lose all my own money, I might as well enjoy the ride, right?
No, mate, get your money out and don't take a penny out more than you put in.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll let you go since it's early, but yeah, I'll kind of keep an eye on it. Honestly, I kind of more read your stuff just because, like I said, it's so long, and it's early when it comes out here, but...
Mate, I would be reading my content like it's the Bible, and I tell you, I've done nine blogs on this, 9 videos, and I would watch them all, because if you still think that keeping your money in here, you need to go see a shrink. And if you think I'm lying and I'm making this up and I've got nothing better to do with my time and there's no government involved, then you need to stop smoking whatever you're smoking, mate. Why would you keep your money invested in an opportunity where you know it's been invested by the government for fraud?
Yeah, no, like I said, I never said that or try to undermine you at all, but I just wanted, a third party that I can go to as well, to where I'm like, okay, this is what's
mate,
being
we're gonna set
up
a Christopher support group, and we're gonna go to all the people that are invested, and you can sit there and huddle around in a corner around the campfire, and
I'm not talking about that,
and talk about what you experienced with Delgado. It doesn't work that way, mate.
Yeah, but like I said, what I was saying is, if sorry, multitasking here, but that's why I just wanted someone else that I could talk to. Like if you said there's Homeland Security or something, where if you can provide that to people that are invested with Goliath, where you're like, here's who you need to speak to, and then it's somebody that we can call and they're saying, hey, yeah, this is, just like DX said, is an issue, then it's something that we can be like, okay, well, now that it's coming from you as well as HSI, like it's something obviously that is,
Have you ever heard about the guy in the Bible called Doubting Thomas?
No. Who's that?
Oh, he didn't believe anything he was told. He wanted, but what you could do is, I mean, in all seriousness, you've got photos of Christopher shaking hands with the FBI, head of the FBI, the Speaker of the House, is it Michael Johnson?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, so he's probably well connected, so we kind of don't really want to give away who the head guy is with Homeland Security because we never know what he's capable of doing. Or what, so that's the problem we've got. And we don't I don't know if you've ever watched any TV programs and watch how these things go down, but they don't normally hand out, they don't sit here and, if you want to become a full-time informant, we could ask them, but you're probably too involved now to be that person.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I kind of wish there was a situation like that where it's like, if you're involved in, investing with Goliath, please contact this number. You could speak to, this person that's doing the investigation or whatever. And then it's like, oh, okay, there's a whole support group for this type of stuff.
No. How much did you invest with Chris?
Hold on, sorry. Sorry, I just connected to my Wi-Fi. What was that?
How much did you invest with Chris?
I mean, to be honest, I don't want to say, like I said, I don't want to get involved at this point. Not trying to disrespect you or undermine you and everything that you're doing. I just, because I have mutual friends and everything, I just don't want to get involved. And hopefully you kind of understand that a little bit.
Well, if I see photos of you with Christopher, mate, you're involved. And then basically you lose a lot of credibility with me because you're actually only ringing up to save your own bacon and look after your investment. And since we've last talked, I would have thought that you would have taken your money out. Are you getting 3% or 4% per month?
Well, I mean, like I said, is what's wrong with, having friends before all this stuff? I've had friends, that are...
Do you hang out with criminals?
No. I mean, I don't go walk around the street, look for criminals stuff. But,
Alex is a criminal, mate. Alex is helping Christopher steal millions in dollars from mum and dad investors, and you're just hanging out with him. That's all. Do you think if the police raided Alec and all his friends, do you think they'll just go get Alec and leave you be?
I mean, I haven't done anything wrong other than invest with the company.
All right, but have you made more money than you put in?
I don't know. I'd have to look, to be honest.
Oh, well, let's just say you have. Where do you think that money comes from?
Yeah, but I would assume, regardless, if people, invested, let's say people invested $10 million or $1 million, whatever it is, $100,000, and they eventually made profit, which was the whole point of any sort of investment, not knowing that it's, something that
you can't just sit here with negligence. You can't just be negligent and say, I thought it was a scam. I mean, it's like getting golds. Your mate comes to you and hands you bars of gold. And he said he got them from the local dairy. The dairy guy was just handing them out like it was lolly water. Oh, okay. Do you want some, he says. And you just keep taking these bars of gold.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you are negligent doesn't mean you're criminal.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
I would start
Like,
asking ChatGPT a few curly questions. Yep. I would first of all go to ChatGPT and say, I invested $100,000 in a company who claims that I can get 60% return in 12 months. What are the red flags? And then I would say to ChatGPT, I'm currently hanging out with the guy that's the closest to Christopher, and I'm just hanging out as a friend. Could I be liable, or could I be, by association, could I be guilty? And ask it those questions, because obviously the questions in your head aren't the ones that you need to be thinking about. You need to think about this.
Who was the original Ponzi scheme guy? What's his name? The original...
There's hundreds of them, mate. It's an old thing. It's Madoff.
No, like the first one way back in the day, the Enron scandal, whatever his name is.
Charles Ponzi.
Madoff. Oh, okay. Or Bernie Madoff maybe, or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's like, with him, didn't do anything criminal, knowing that just investing in an investment opportunity.
Okay, Tyler, I can't help you, Tyler.
Hopefully you kind of...
Tyler, I can't help you.
I'm just
no, you
need to get
professional advice. Your reasoning's off the scale. Yeah. You have no idea what I've spent the last 3.5 weeks of my life doing.
Yeah, and that's, with you saying that I need, to seek advice, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do, and, hoping that you had a contact for me that I could speak to that's on more of the, or they could answer some questions, because I know I, originally asked you a couple of questions, and you couldn't answer them, mainly because you're, in the middle of your investigation, and I totally, respect that and understand it. But, hopefully you can see where I'm coming from as well, where I just want my questions answered, and,
okay, well, why don't you practice your questions on me?
Well, the two questions I originally asked you, because when I first saw your article, I was, concerned that I was like, what evidence, or what originally brought this investigation to you, and what evidence you had to basically back up the claims that you had. But I know you didn't really want to give too much
information. I can answer that question for you. So okay. I investigate Ponzi schemes and scams for a living. Yeah. And I have a database of now 600 people that I monitor who run Ponzi schemes and scams around the world. And when I heard about this one, I started investigating whether they had products and they were doing as they were claiming on their website, investing in crypto investments and property and, like trading, Forex trading, wherever it was. And I found so I wrote to Christopher and his company and asked him to provide evidence, some, wallet addresses, contracts where they're doing the trading, and they ignored my emails. So then I started asking other people in the company what their involvement was, and we just started an investigation. And now we've received 10-page cease and desist letters from him rather than answering our questions. So now we've had people come forward, quite a few people, saying that they thought it was a scam as well, but they've now taken their money out. One guy made $2.8 million from Christopher and got his $15 million back. He's providing us information. He took his money out because he was another big-time person, which I can't even say what industry he's in, demanded to see the books. Christopher wouldn't show him the books. The books don't exist. It's just a scam. He won't provide the information. He's spending more money than he can possibly mathematically make. Even if he's investing the $500 million that we allege that he might have got from the community, he's spending more money than he's making. So he's spending investors' money on his lifestyle. He's bought $4 million worth of cars. A Bentley, a Rolls Royce, 2 Lamborghinis. He's got 2 houses in the UAE, probably in Dubai, and a Lamborghini waiting for him, his exit strategy. Alex, his personal trainer, got fired, rehired, now got a fitness trainer, can drive a Lamborghini. Where does the money come from?
Yeah. I get it. But if you just said that you were like, you look into people and things like that, what would originally have brought this to your attention is kind of what I was wondering. Like, there something that you saw online, like another person claiming something, or, what I want to know is like, why all of a sudden this thing is now a big deal? And is there like a collection of people that are saying the same thing,
Are you working for Christopher, trying to get intel from him?
No, I don't work for Chris. I have my own company.
Well, you just indirectly asked me if there's individuals.
Well, no, my original question, which I feel like wasn't answered, I was like, what originally brought this to your attention? Because that's what I was trying to figure out, is why all of a sudden it's, an investigation. But then you basically were talking about how you do this for a living and stuff, but why this one specifically?
Because it's $500 million of investors' monies that somebody has taken, and everything they tell the person that they take the money from, they aren't doing. That's fraud. I go after people committing fraud.
Okay.
So why would I not go after Christopher?
No, I totally understand that, but I was just trying to see why this originally was brought to your attention, or how, or,
because
that type of stuff.
Because he's flying around in Lear jets, driving Lamborghinis, showing off his lifestyle rather than working a company like a beaver who's meant to be the CEO of a company, wouldn't be acting in this manner. He's got all the traits of a scammer.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, he bought $500,000 worth of alcohol at a nightclub.
Really?
Oh, you think that's funny? Nuts. You have a good day, mate.
No, that's just
all the best. No, mate, I don't like your attitude. I mean, I don't waste my life chatting these guys. This isn't a joke. You can hang out with these people if you want.
I just thought that was crazy. It wasn't a laugh. It's like, that's funny. I was like, wow, I could never imagine.
It's actually showing disrespect for all the money, mate. If it's a joke, then it's just ridiculous. You're as bad as all of them, mate.
But I forgot my other question I was asking you. I feel like my first question wasn't really answered, but my other question was like, what evidence you had to back up all your claims that it was a Ponzi scheme and things like that. And I understand what you're saying, where like it looks like this and everything's checking all the boxes, but that's what my worry was, is, you know, do I pull money out or not? And is there concrete evidence on it?
All right. And have you got evidence that it's not a Ponzi scheme yourself? Can you prove to me that it's a sound investment?
I mean, I wouldn't really know how to do that, to be honest.
Right. I don't need to answer my question then, do I?
Well, that's what I was asking you, but no worries.
So you have no idea of finding out whether you've invested in a legitimate company, other than he's going to give you high return investment on your money. So, and if the high investment was that damn good, then why doesn't he use all the money he claims he's got and invest in himself?
What do you mean by that?
Why does he need other people's money to invest?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about, you know, the ins and outs of them, but
well, let's say if Christopher's got tons of money, right, and let's say he's buying 3 houses, 2 houses in Dubai, 5 houses, and $4 million worth of vehicles. At this point, since 3 years ago he was nobody, do you think that it would have been wiser for Christopher to invest his own money within his own company? So instead of, let's just say $15 million was disposable income for Christopher, he could have put that into his own platform and made 60% return within a year of that money. So he would have had now $30+ million. But instead, he's decided to spend it like it's lolly water. That doesn't make sense. They never use their own money. They spend your money having a good time. And he's bought, and, you know, he's just done so much. He's just spent all his money on lifestyle, showing people that he's a raving success. And because he's a raving success, then his company must be a raving success.
Yeah, I get that. But, you know, like you said as well, I just kind of was trying to cover my own ass, which, I mean, it's true. I've told you, I'm an investor. So like, I want to obviously do my own due diligence and
how's that going for you? You're talking to a guy who's got a team of Avengers, who's published 9 articles exposing every piece of documentation from the company that we've received from investors like you. We've got, I can't even count them anymore. So many investors have pulled their money out for no reason at all, just because they thought, maybe it's time to take my investment out, who knows, or are panicking the fact that they're going to get caught up in this. And I talked to you 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you're still hanging out with Alex, and you still got your money in it.
Yeah, I get it.
And what are you going to do now? Nothing. Wait and see what happens. Lose your money.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. You're a winner. Wake up, mate. Have a good day, mate.
Yeah.
See you, dude.
All right, bud. Have a good one.